Hello students, welcome to your online math class 8. In the last class, we learnt about the different collection of numbers and also verified if they are closed under the four mathematical operations. Now today, we are going to start day 3 of unit 1. Let us look at another property today. The property is commutative property. Let us discuss this in detail. Now Rohit walks every day to school. He looks at the path he takes from his home to school. So this is Rohit's home and this is his school. He takes this path to go to his school. What is the total distance from home to school? And what is the total distance from school to home? From home to school and school to home. If I go from home to school, 3 plus 1, the distance is 4 kilometers. And when I go from school to home, it is 1 plus 3 kilometers equal to 4 kilometers, right? So the distance in both cases is 4 kilometers. So the total distance is same even when the order changes. We go from school to home or home to school. The total distance remains the same. So this is the commutative property. It states that changing the order of the numbers does not change the result. For example, in this previous case, we saw from home to school we added 3 plus 1 and from school to home we added 1 plus 3 and we got 4 kilometers in both the case. So it did not change the result. Now the word commutative comes from the word commute or the phrase move around. So it is derived from the phrase to move around. Commutative is derived from this word commute. Let us look at the commutative property for different collection of numbers. So let us first see for natural numbers. We will be seeing if changing the order changes the result. So here we have 2 and 3 and we are adding them. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 and 3 plus 2 is also equal to 5. Similarly, 2 minus 3 is equal to negative 1 and 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to also 6. Then 2 divided by 3 is 2 upon 3 and 3 divided by 2 is 3 upon 2. So we can see that here 5 is equal to 5. So changing the order did not change the result. Here we have negative 1 and 1 which are not equal. So the result changed. Then we have 6 and 6 in multiplication which is equal. So the result did not change. And in division the result changed. So natural numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication but not under subtraction and division. Now that we have seen the commutative property for natural numbers, let us look at the property for other collection of numbers. Let us first see for whole numbers. So I will give you 3 minutes. Using these numbers, find out the result first and see if the result has changed on changing the order. Okay, you will have 3 minutes to do this and your time starts now. 2 more minutes. One more minute. Last 10 seconds. We will stop writing in 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let us check the answers. So based on the answers, we found that for addition, the result does not change. We get 2 as answer in both cases. For subtraction, the result changes. Multiplication, the result does not change. And for division, the result changes, right? So the result does not change in addition and multiplication. So whole numbers are also commutative under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. Okay. Now we will see this property, check this property for another set of numbers, which is integers. So I will give you 3 more minutes. Again, you have to take these numbers, find the answer first, and see if the result has changed on changing the order. Okay. Your time starts now. Two more minutes. One more minute. Last 5 seconds. We will stop writing in 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let us check the answer for this. So if I add -2 plus 0 or 0 plus -2, I will get -2. The answer remains the same. If I subtract them, the answer changes. It is -2 in one case and +2 in another case. In multiplication, the answer is 0. In division, the first part, -2 divided by 0, is not defined. As we know, we cannot divide by 0. And 0 divided by -2 is 0. So the answer is changed on changing the order. So what do we get? In integers, the answer does not change in addition and multiplication, but it changes in subtraction and division. So integers are also commutative under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. Now what is the next set of numbers which is remaining? We have covered natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. The remaining set of numbers is rational numbers. So you will be doing it on your own now. You will be checking the commutative property for rational numbers on your own. So I am counting from 1 to 5. Open your notebooks now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So you have 5 minutes to do this. You can take these numbers to check this property. So you have 5 minutes. 3 more minutes remaining. Two more minutes. Last 1 minute. Last 10 seconds. We will stop writing in 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let us check the answer now for this. So if I add 1 by 2 and 1, I get 3 by 2. And if I add 1 and 1 by 2, I also get 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. So the answer remains same in case of addition. In subtraction, the answer does not remain same. This is incorrect here. It is not correct. But as you have subtracted, you must have seen that the answer does not remain same. In multiplication, the answer remains same. We multiplied negative 2 by 3 by 1 by 3 and we get negative 2 by 9 in both the cases. When we divide, we get negative 2 and negative 1 by 2, which are not equal. So changing the order changed the answer. So what can we say from this? Rational numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. So in this table, we can see that for all the sets of numbers, rational numbers are commutative under addition and multiplication, but not under subtraction and division. You want. Now that we have seen the commutative property on different sets of numbers, let us practice a few problems using it. I will be showing you the problems on the screen, okay? So the first question is, 0 is a part of which of these number systems? Take 30 seconds to think about this. 0 is a part of which of these number systems? Rational numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, or integers? Let us see the next question now. So 3 by 8 plus 1 by 7 is equal to 1 by 7 plus 3 by 8. This is an example to show that A. Addition of rational numbers is commutative. Rational numbers are closed under addition. Addition of rational numbers is associative. Rational numbers are distributive under addition. Which is the correct option here? You have to write that down, which is the correct option. Take 30 seconds to think about it. Okay, let's move ahead. Now the third question is, what is the difference between a rational number and a fraction? What is the difference between them? Now you will have 2 minutes to answer this question, and your time starts now. One more minute. Last 10 seconds. We will stop writing in 3, 2, 1 and 0. Let us move to the next question now. Now the question is, Meena gets 15 boxes of 40 chocolates each for her birthday party. Reena says that if she had got 40 boxes of 15 chocolates each, she would have had more chocolates. Is Reena right? You have to explain your answer without multiplying, without calculating the product. So Meena has 15 boxes of 40 chocolates, but Reena says if she had 40 boxes of 15 chocolates, she would have more chocolates. So think about if Reena is right or not. You have 1 minute to do this. And your time starts now. Last 10 seconds. Stop writing now. 3, 2, 1 and 0. Now let us check the answers. So 0 is a part of which of these number systems? The three options are correct. It is a part of rational numbers, it is also a part of whole numbers, and it is a part of integers as well. Now this second question was an example of addition of rational numbers is commutative. We changed the order of the numbers, but the result is same. So this is an example of commutative property. Now this was the third question. What is the difference between a rational number and a fraction? A fraction is any number of the form p upon q, where both p and q are whole numbers and q is not equal to 0. On the other hand, a rational number is a number which is in the form of p upon q, where both p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So the main part is in fraction p and q are whole numbers, in rational numbers p and q are integers. The last question was a word problem. So we had total number of chocolates with Meena, 15 boxes of 40 chocolates, which means 15 multiplied by 40. And total number of chocolates with Reena, if she had got them, is 40 boxes of 50 chocolates. 40 boxes of 15 chocolates, which means 40 multiplied by 15. So we do not need to calculate this number, both these products, because according to commutative property, the product of 15 multiplied by 40 and 40 multiplied by 15 is always same. Hence, Reena would have same number of chocolates. So she is not right. In both the cases, she will have same number of chocolates. So what did we learn today? We learned about the commutative property with different sets of numbers. And we can conclude that the commutative property is true for addition and multiplication of all four sets of numbers and does not hold for subtraction and division. We will meet in the next class. Bye. Happy learning.